Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook. Job transfer for all. The school bell becomes my summons. Chapter 81. The battle in Group D is a battle between the last 300 candidates among the 1,200 candidates. Among them, most of them are level 20 and level 21 professionals. The strength is indeed much weaker than the people in the front row. As for the promotion criteria for Stage 3, Chen Chu didn't say anything. But even if Chen Chu didn't say, everyone knows that. It must be that the higher the ranking and score, the better. This Stage 3, everyone will have 5 battles. And every time you win a game, you can get 1,000 points. That's a lot of points. If you can win all 5 games, you can directly get a full 5,000 points. Therefore, everyone is fighting with all their might. The examinees who were watching were also weighing and comparing. Soon, the battles in Group D, Group C, and Group B were all over. It's Group A's turn, and Lin Yu, Ning Shuier and others, 477, were also sent to the Tower King of Glory. In the Tower of Glory, there is also a lot of space. In each space, there is a battle platform. The 2 candidates were fighting on this platform. Soon, Lin Yu saw his opponent. And when he saw his opponent, the expression on his face was a bit subtle. Isn't this Miss Bai's family? What a coincidence. Lin Yu was a little surprised. Looking at the very delicate and lovely girl, Lin Yu couldn't help recalling the scene when they first met. His opponent in the first round of battle was none other than the eldest lady of the Bai family in Los Angeles, Bai Yuqing. And Bai Yuqing, seeing Lin Yuho, couldn't help but say, "It turned out to be you." She was taken aback for a moment, then her face darkened. But she did not forget the scene when she crazily mocked Lin Yu and Ning Shuier when she was in the Shacheng Underground Palace. But in the end, it was me who was slapped in the face. And because he offended Lin Yu, he was spanked severely by his mother when he got home. And told her to apologize solemnly the next time she sees Lin Yu. Who would have thought that the next time I saw Lin Yu would be in the examination room? And the 2 are rivals. If I apologize suddenly now, I'm afraid it will make this hateful Lin Yu laugh out loud. Bai Yuqing thought to herself. But if I finish typing, I will apologize. That scene seems even more strange. Not to mention whether I can beat Lin Yu, even if I win. And at this moment, Bai Yuqing suddenly saw Lin Yu's level 4. Level 40. Turn 2 Summon Master. Bai Yuqing's pretty face changed slightly. She finally understood why Lin Yu's scores were as high as monsters in the first 2 rounds. That's right, when he was leveling in the dungeon palace in Shacheng, his strength has already surpassed ordinary people, and he caused such a big sensation. Now that such a period of time has passed, it is normal for his strength to improve by leaps and bounds. But level 40, is it too exaggerated? Bai Yuqing herself is only level 23 now. Although this level, among many geniuses, is already among the best. But in this way, Bai Yuqing became even more entangled. It would be too inexplicable if he would be beaten and lay on the ground later, and then he suddenly apologized. Just apologize now. Therefore, Bai Yuqing's expression was very complicated, and even a little bit aggrieved, and said with difficulty, "What happened last time? I'm sorry." Hearing Bai Yuqing's words, Lin Yu was stunned for a moment. What does this girl mean? Why did she suddenly apologize to herself inexplicably? Remember that she seemed to be very hostile to me. She satirized herself when she met her. When did she become so nice and polite? I'm sorry for what? Lin Yu said with some doubts. Lin Yu naturally couldn't understand why such a savage young lady of the Bai family suddenly apologized to herself. He certainly didn't expect that the reason for Bai Yuqing's apology was the incident in the Shacheng dungeon last time. Lin Yu didn't take this matter to heart at first, and it was even more impossible to know that Bai Yuqing's apology was requested by her mother. As for Bai Yuqing, she had finished apologizing, so she would definitely not explain anything to Lin Yuduo. Bai Yuqing's face recovered slightly, and she said, "Let's do it." Her attention is now on the battle in front of her. Although I know that Lin Yu is already level 40, but after all, Lin Yu is just a summoner. Although she has never seen Lin Yu's battle, but the summoner should not have any powerful skills. At most, because of the high level, the attributes are higher than myself. And his profession, arcane mage, is one of the most powerful existences among high-level professions. Therefore, Bai Yuqing raised her desire to fight. She also wanted to see what was so special about Lin Yu as a summoner. Lin Yu nodded slightly, although confused by the opponent. However, there is really no threat to fight against these geniuses of more than 20 levels. Therefore, he is also a casual look. Casually raised the long knife in Yang's hand. Seeing Lin Yu like this, Bai Yuqing gritted her teeth. This obviously didn't take her seriously. The turquoise arcane power on Bai Yuqing's body exploded, and her long hair fluttered along with it. There was even a turquoise light in his eyes. She held up the staff in her hand, and with the surge of arcane power around her, the surrounding air began to roar slightly. A huge turquoise shock wave condensed from above Lin Yu. Afterwards, it directly blasted at Lin Yu. Boom. Arcane shock. The skills possessed by Bai Yuqing's arcane mage are different from the spells used by ordinary mages. The power of her skills is related to her spiritual power. The higher the mental power, the higher the power. And all her spells can temporarily steal the opponent's mental power. In other words, as long as she hits the opponent, she can continuously steal mental power from the opponent. Your own damage will also increase. Lin Yu felt the power of the arcane impact from above. It was also a bit of a surprise. This arcane mage seems to be quite awesome, and he is considered strong in high-level professions. Outside the tower, the teachers who were watching the battle were also paying attention to the battle between Lin Yu and Bai Yuqing. After seeing Bai Yuqing's occupation and skills, Elemental Saint 4.3 female Lu Shang nodded slightly and said, Arcanist, even among the high-level professions, is a relatively rare profession. Chen Chu also said, arcane mages have special professional characteristics, and when they grow up in the later stage, their combat power is very terrifying. Yi Xing on the side said, oh, let you two master mages give such an evaluation, it seems that this girl has unlimited potential. Well, but she may have to accept the first unprecedented blow. Lu Shang said. In the battle scene, in the face of Bai Yuqing's huge arcane impact, Lin Yu responded with an even greater divine punishment. The battle platform, which was originally filled with a strong arcane atmosphere, was instantly obliterated by a majestic power of holy light. The turquoise in Bai Yuqing's skills also immediately turned into stars and lights. Boom. When Lin Yu made this move, he naturally held back. Otherwise, with the power of the holy punishment he unleashed, I'm afraid Bai Yuqing would be killed directly. But even if he kept his hands back, the power of Lin Yu's move was enough to defeat Bai Yuqing. The seemingly powerful arcane shock released by Bai Yuqing directly vanished into nothingness. And the moment she saw Lin Yu make a move, she also felt a great threat. At that moment, she even felt the crisis of life and death. Therefore, at the moment of the collision just now, Bai Yuqing also immediately released the Arcane True Shield, an extremely powerful defensive skill of the arcane mage. It is also a skill that is boosted by mental power, and the bonus rate is not low. It can be said that in the later stage, a large part of the defensive ability of the arcane mage comes from this true arcane shield. Only, even with the defense of the arcane shield, she herself was still under the bombardment of the holy light, without any ability to resist, and was directly crushed to the ground by the terrifying force. All the true arcane shields on his body were also shattered. With just one move, Bai Yuqing knew the difference in combat power between her and Lin Yu. At this time, Bai Yuqing, who was lying on the ground, was in severe pain all over her body, and there was no place on her body that had not been impacted by the holy light. The result of this battle is already obvious. However, Bai Yuqing's shocking eyes were full of doubts. Wu, isn't he a summoner? Why does he have this skill, and it seems to be of the holy light type? The 08 aura of holy light on holy retribution is already obvious, and it can be felt by individuals. However, this doubt only flashed in Ri Yuqing's mind. What's more in her heart now is that she is still shocked by Lin Yu's strength. At the same time, she is not the only one who has this question. Candidates from other groups B, C, and D couldn't help but have such doubts when they saw Lin Yu's battle scene. This is the strength of the number one. Damn, what happened to that skill just now? I'm going. How is he level 40? Second turn Summoning Master. Why is this a trash job? Summoning Master. It's a strange title, mainly because it's rare to see a summoner who can take the second turn. No wonder the score is so horrible. Nima, a level 40 monster. How did he get to level 40 during the college entrance examination? Did he take medicine? This is not taking medicine, but eating enemies. What about the summons? The summoner doesn't use the summons, but fights by himself. The aura on that skill is too terrifying. But it seems to be a holy light skill, right? Bai Yuqing is nothing serious. It's obvious that Lin Yu has kept his hand, okay. Otherwise, whoever uses this move will die. I feel like I might be able to carry a wave, a candidate who was very confident in his defense murmured. There is someone who will definitely not die if he goes up. Guess who it is? Ning Shuiye. Right. I still need to guess. At this time, they all saw Ning Shui's match. It was basically the same process as Lin Yu. Her opponent is a level 23 high-level professional. In the end, Ning Shuiye also defeated her with one move while keeping her hand. These two battles immediately made the examinees present see how strong these two people who have always been ranked first and second in scores, and whose scores are exaggeratedly high, really are. Not to mention the many candidates. Regarding Lin Yu's strength and skills, those teachers outside can only guess. Watching this unsuspecting battle, the teachers outside are somewhat helpless. With the strength of these two people, there is no need to participate in the third stage battle anymore, right? Anyway, one wins, Yi Xing said helplessly. Even so, the rules of the college entrance examination have been set, let them continue to play. Chen Chu thought for a while and said, it will also let other candidates know what it is like to be a genius who is several times stronger than them. Quote. How about letting the two of them fight? Zhang Kang said suddenly. Hearing what he said, the teacher paused. Yi Xing glanced at him in surprise and said, okay, your black belly has improved, you're almost catching up with Chen Chu. Chen Chu glanced at Yi Xing, and then thought about Zhang Kang's proposal. It's not impossible. After all, there are 5 battles in total. You can arrange for the two of them to fight in the last one. Lu Shang also smiled, and added, after the other candidates' battles are over, let Lin Yu and Ning Shuier fight. It just happens to let all the other candidates see. After all, it's a staged battle, so it's necessary to understand the strength of these two monsters. Many teachers thought about it and nodded in agreement. The strength of these two people is so exaggerated, it can indeed be released, so that the other 3 groups and other candidates in Group A can take a look. It's also good for them to prepare for the 4th stage. Soon, after the first round of battles in Group A were all over, the new score rankings have been announced. And according to the new ranking, the rearranged 4 groups of candidates began the second round of duel. Before the duel, the Tower of Glory had to treat the injured candidates before starting. After 4 consecutive rounds of fighting, it's finally the last round. Because the battle is carried out in groups. Therefore, on the square inside the tower, the other 3 groups of people are watching the final round of the Battle of Group A. And Lin Yu, who was supposed to be teleported in to start the battle, found that he hadn't been teleported for a long time. What's going on? Why wasn't I teleported? Lin Yu was a little puzzled. He saw that Chen Shu, Chen Lu, Bai Yuqing and others in Group A had already started fighting their opponents. But he was still in the square. At this time, the candidates beside Lin Yu who had already finished the battle also noticed him. Can't help but speak with some doubts. Brother Lin, the competition in Group A has begun, why haven't you been teleported? Several candidates came over and asked. Lin Yu said helplessly, Russia is not very clear. Quote. Is there a bug in this tower? It's impossible, this is an artifact, if there is a bug in the artifact, the consequences will be a bit scary. In desperation, Lin Yu had no choice but to continue watching the battle scenes. When he looked around, he found. It seems that you haven't seen the picture of Ning Shuiye. Lin Yu, who discovered this, suddenly had a guess in his heart. The last battle, shouldn't it be? And after more and more group of candidates finished their battles. Only then did the light of teleportation light up on Lin Yu's body. This also made the candidates around me even more surprised. At the same time, in the other direction of the square, the situation of Ning Shuier was the same. Lin Yu and Ning Shuier had just teleported into the Tower of Glory after the other candidates in Group A had finished fighting. I'll go. Look at the biggest picture in the middle. On the square, a candidate pointed at the picture in the center and shouted. At this time, everyone noticed. Who are the 2 sides in this last battle? It turned out to be Lin Yu and Ning Shuier. These two monsters collided. Ha ha ha. But why are the two of them teleported in now? Isn't it the teacher's intentional arrangement? It's very possible that someone else will meet them. There is no chance of winning. And Chen Chu, who was operating the tower a little outside. Suddenly, his expression changed slightly. The other teachers noticed the change in his expression and asked, "What's wrong? Something wrong with the tower?" "No, I think Lin Yu and Ning Shuier have been teleported to 803 together." Chen Chu shook his head and said, "It's not about the tower, I received another message." "What news?" The teachers all looked at him suspiciously. Chen Chu glanced at the teachers around him and said, "Received the news from the principal. Later stage 4, candidates from other colleges will be sent in together." What? Lu Shang, Yi Xing, Zhang Kang and other teachers were all shocked. They didn't know the news before. Candidates from other schools also participate in Phase 4. Phase 4, is it in the real secret realm? The real secret realm, as the name suggests, is not a secret realm environment simulated by a high tower like Phase 2. It's a real mystery. Everything in it, including monsters, buildings, and injuries, etc., are all real. Just like in reality, entering a secret realm to level up. Can kill monsters, have experience, and drop items. Similarly, professionals will also be injured or even die. It's no wonder that the school used the Endless Tower for assessment this time, and even opened up the real secret realm. It seems that they have already prepared to invite candidates from other schools to come in together. Lu Shang said thoughtfully. But Yi Xing seemed a little excited. With candidates from other colleges and universities taking part, then this assessment is not just about the college entrance examination. Zhang Kang also nodded and said, "Since other schools are involved, there must have been competition among all the schools." Yi Xing continued, "The one who can do this must be the old principal. But this old man didn't tell us earlier, he has to wait until the time is near." This news came as a surprise to many teachers. However, although it is unexpected, it is also reasonable. Chen Chu also nodded and said, "It seems, it is very necessary for other candidates in our school to watch the battle between Lin Yu and Ning Shuier." Those examinees who were watching the final battle in the tower did not know the news of the changes in the 4th stage. And his last battle was the battle between Lin Yu and Ning Shuier. This also makes many students look forward to it. Lin Yu is a summoner, but there is no trace of a summoner in his body. Yeah, if you say he is a summoner, I think he is more fierce than a frontal combat class. But Ning Shuier is a second-rank seraph, which is one of the most powerful professions among hidden professions. I don't know which of the two strongest people in this session is better. I feel that Lin Yu's expressiveness is more exaggerated. And Lin Yu's attributes are even higher. The most important thing, haven't you noticed that these two people use the same skills? Do you know, I heard that the two of them are boyfriend and girlfriend. Boyfriends and girlfriends don't have a setting where they can use each other's skills. Candidates kept discussing. And Lin Yu and Ning Shuier in the Tower of Glory. It is a little helpless. I didn't expect that we would be matched together. Ning Shuier said with some surprise. I suspect the teachers did it on purpose. Lin Yu said. Hearing what he said, Ning Shuier thought for a while and said, "You mean, the reason why we were sent in at the end was arranged by the teachers?" Lin Yu nodded. That's right. Ning Shuier was also a little strange just now, why she has not been sent yet after the other candidates are almost finished. Now that I think about it, if this is the reason, it would make sense. And no matter what, the two of them are now matched together, and a battle is inevitable. After all, if you directly admit defeat or something, it is probably not allowed by the rules. However, in Ning Shuier's heart, she didn't want to attack Lin Yu. Because of the existence of the soul contract, she is Lin Yu's summoner. It is impossible for the summoned object itself to have thoughts that are not good for the summoner himself. Therefore, letting Ning Shuier take action against Lin Yu is against her heart, and it also makes her feel very uncomfortable. And Lin Yu noticed that Ning Shuier's expression was a little strange. He also considered the matter between the summoner and the summoner. So he said, "It's okay, just practice your hands, you can rest assured that you can attack me." It is also normal for the summoner himself to practice with the summoned object. When the summoner gives such an order, the summoned object can let go of those psychological burdens and invisible confinement. After hearing what Lin Yu said, Ning Shui's awkward feeling improved a lot. Then I made a move. Ning Shui straightened her posture and raised the long sword in her hand. Lin Yu nodded. Behind Ning Shui, a huge translucent white light wing spread out in an instant. A holy, noble, and powerful aura erupted from her. This is Ning Shui's second-rank talent, ascending to the top of the gods. Not only can it greatly increase combat power, but it also has growth potential. Now she only has a pair of light wings behind her, but starting from level 30, she will get a new pair of wings every 10 levels. Now Ning Shui has reached level 36, as long as she goes up to another 4 levels, she will have 2 pairs of wings. Each pair of holy light wings can release the skills used by Ning Shui repeatedly, and it can also provide the effect of skill enhancement. Although Lin Yu can also use this talent, but Lin Yu is useless in the battle with Ning Shui. One is because it is unnecessary, although the two of them also have the idea of AA testing each other's current strength. But it's impossible to really use all your strength to shoot. On the other hand, Lin Yu knew that his assessment screen would be seen by other examinees and teachers. So he didn't want to expose too much, so he didn't use much of Ning Shui's skills. In fact, from the beginning of the assessment to the present, he has only used Ning Shui's skill of Holy Punishment. Divine Light and Holy Flame, Heaven's Gift, Blazing Sun's Glory, including Ning Shui's innate skills, he has never used them. But Ning Shui is different, she has used new skills many times. After all, skills can only be upgraded if they are used frequently. Moreover, her skills have been upgraded, and Lin Yu will be stronger when using them. Therefore, she has no need to keep anything. When Ning Shui spread her wings, the examinee outside couldn't help but let out an exclamation. Backquote. This is the hidden job, so handsome. When Ning Shui fought with me before, she didn't use this skill at all, did she really get underestimated? It's normal, he's level 36, you're level 23, no matter how you think about it, he won't attack you with all his strength. And with the appearance of the blazing sun released by Ning Shui in front. Inside and outside the tower, there was another burst of exclamation. The blazing sun formed a small-scale holy light position about 3 meters in front. And in this position, a huge amount of damage from the holy light descended from the sky crashing down. Wang Lizao, in terms of power, this skill is much more powerful than Holy Punishment. It's just that its scope is very small. If it is said that Holy Retribution is used to clean up monsters in a large area, the Blazing Sun's Glory is more likely to be used to clean up a small area, or even a single monster. At the same time, while various skills are flying all over the sky, Lin Yu and Ning Shui also clashed constantly with swords. Their speed is extremely fast, for other candidates who are in their 20s. It was even difficult for them to catch the actions of the two of them. Dazzling. The battle between the two of them, compared with ours, it seems that our battle is like a play. Nima, is this really a candidate of the same age as me? It's not in the same dimension at all. While all the candidates were amazed, they were also somewhat frustrated. Many candidates don't say they are arrogant, but most of them are geniuses in various families. Not only has awakened various high-level occupations and even hidden occupations, but also has a high combat talent. Coupled with the resources given by the family. Let them be the best among their peers. Therefore, it is inevitable to have some pride. As a result, after seeing the two monsters Lin Yu and Ning Shui today, many people, the pride in their hearts has long since disappeared. Compared with these two, they don't deserve the word genius at all. Similarly, this is also one of the purposes of those teachers arranging Lin Yu and Ning Shui to fight. At this time, it seemed that there was some fierce fighting, but in fact, both of them retained a lot. However, those teachers outside the tower can naturally see this. At the same time, they also discovered one thing. That's Lin Yu's attribute value, it's frighteningly high. Although Ning Shui's attribute value is also exaggeratedly high, they can also use Ning Shui's own boosting skills to explain it. But Lin Yu's attributes are already ridiculously high. It wasn't too obvious that Lin Yu was torturing vegetables or killing those low-level mobs before. At this time, Lin Yu at level 40, and Ning Shui at level 36 to 260 battles, only magnified this point. It stands to reason that the attribute bonus of hidden occupations is higher than that of ordinary occupations. Therefore, Ning Shui's basic attribute of Seraphim at level 36 is likely to be able to catch up with the Summoning Master at level 40. Moreover, Ning Shui herself must have augmentation skills. But what makes them a little strange is that even Lin Yu has it, but his attribute value can't be so high, right? It seems. Lin Yu's summoned item is probably a very powerful symbiotic summoned item. Chen Chu guessed. The other teachers also nodded, thinking that this guess is not unreasonable. That's right, if it is this kind of summoned object, it can indeed provide the summoner himself with very high attributes. But this kind of summoned object doesn't seem to be so easy to contract. Lu Shang also thought about it. It is said that there are some special creatures in the ancient secret realm. If you make a contract, you will have to pay some price. After all, Lin Yu has never released a summoning object before, and his own attributes are so high. That's the only way to explain it. Lin Yu's attributes are so high, naturally because of his attribute sharing skill, which can share the attributes of all summoned objects. Not only the attributes of AIBG, Ning Shui, but also the attributes of those two little guys, a little ice dragon and little phoenix. As for the battle between Lin Yu and Ning Shui, they are also a symbolic beating. Ning Shui also clearly felt that Lin Yu's attributes were very exaggerated. Not only speed, but also strength, are too much beyond their own. In the end, Lin Yu released a divine punishment, after breaking up all of Ning Shui's skills. Ning Shui also conceded. Even from the perspective of these candidates who were watching the battle, they could tell that Lin Yu's attributes were terrifyingly high. Although Lin Yu didn't release his skills much. But it is because of this that these candidates can see this. Almost no need to release skills, you can fight so easily and gracefully. In the process of close combat with Ning Shui, she also seemed to be able to do a job with ease. Obviously, Lin Yu's attributes are much higher than Ning Shui's. And after the battle, the final ranking has also been displayed. Lin Yu won all 5 battles in a row, and also scored 5,000 points again. Number 1. Lin Yu, score 768601. Second place, Ning Shui, score 70,440. Third place, Mu Fei, score 14,500. Fourth place, Chen Shu, score 14,300. Number 5, Long Ling, score 14,050. Lin Yu discovered that Chen Shu, who was ranked close to 100 before, has now directly ranked 4th. Chen Shu's score also increased by 5,000 points, and he won all 5 games. At this time, Chen Shu happened to be beside Lin Yu, with a joyful expression on his face. Lin Yu said, victorious in all 5 games, amazing. And Chen Shu said with a smile, good luck, luckily I didn't meet brother Lin, haha. If the two of them really met, Lin Yu could deliberately give points to Chen Shu, let Chen Shu win. It's just, there are so many teachers watching outside. If the obviously strong side has the behavior of letting go and handing over points, it will be sentenced to cheating. Both of them will be punished, and they will even be directly disqualified from the exam. After the end of stage 3, many candidates felt a little uneasy. The end of this stage means that someone will be eliminated again. Soon, Chen Chu's voice sounded in the tower. Phase 3 is over, and the assessment of stage 4 will start next. The assessment of stage 4 is a team escape battle. Attention, this stage 4 is carried out in a real secret realm, which means your lives are in danger. Hearing what Chen Chu said, many candidates were shocked. What? True secret realm. I'm going. The degree of danger and the scope of the real secret realm are not comparable to the virtual secret realm. There are real monsters there, and there are real injuries and even deaths. Many candidates felt a little nervous. Chen Chu continued. Also, there is a change in the assessment of the 4th stage. It's not just candidates from Shengjing University who participate in the real secret realm, but also candidates from 4 colleges and universities, namely Shanghai University of Magic City, Zhongcheng University, Haicheng University, and Central Plains University. All of you will fight for resources in the same real secret realm. If the real secret realm mentioned by Chen Chu just made everyone feel nervous. So what I'm talking about now has exceeded everyone's expectations. It's not just us going to Peking University. There are also candidates from 4 other top universities. I'm going. It's exciting. In this way, the difficulty and danger will be greatly increased. After all, this is a real secret realm. Phew. I don't know if my score can take part in the Stage 4 assessment. Chen Chu continued. According to the ranking, the top 600 candidates will advance to the Stage 4 assessment. All candidates from 601 onwards will be eliminated. In addition, candidates who have advanced, you can also choose not to continue to participate in the assessment and give up the opportunity to enter Shangjing University. Based on the scores you got in this Beijing University assessment, it is enough for you to participate in some additional assessments of other universities or be selected in some adventurer associations. Get an advantage. Hearing what Chen Chu said, many candidates had other thoughts in their minds. Could it be that the real secret realm of Phase 4 is so dangerous this time? They even took the initiative to say that they can give up and continue to participate in the assessment. And those candidates who were eliminated were still a little depressed in their hearts. But at this moment, I can't help thinking, is it a good thing to be eliminated? Although Chen Chu said so, it makes many candidates think a little bit. But in the end, among the 600 candidates who advanced, none of them chose to withdraw from the assessment. After all, it was hard to get to this point. It is very close to entering Shangjing University. Although according to what Chen Chu said, this 4th stage has undergone some changes. Candidates from other top universities will also join. At the same time, it is still in the real secret realm, and it is likely to be in danger of life and death. 19. If it's just because of the danger of life and death or a bigger challenge, I want to retreat. I'm afraid there won't be enough ability to go to this point. After all, not to mention Lin Yu and Ning Shui, evildoers. The others are all genuine geniuses, able to achieve a grade of 20 or above in the college entrance examination. Already ahead of all the candidates in Huaxia. You know, ordinary candidates are only around level 15, and higher ones may be level 17 or 18. And among the geniuses who have advanced to the 4th stage now, there are geniuses at level 23 or even level 24. So, no one will give up at this time. Did no one give up entering Phase 4? Chen Chu's voice sounded again. After confirming this point, many teachers also nodded slightly. Chen Chu continued. Now let me explain in detail the content of the Stage 4 assessment. Phase 4, it will be carried out in the real secret Placia A, Ruin City. The assessment is also based on the final score, but there are a few things to note here. First of all, in Stage 4, the monsters killed are represented by merit points. Secondly, after entering the secret realm, you can choose to form a team with the people you meet, and the points and rewards will also be distributed according to the team mode. However, due to the participation of other colleges and universities, the team can only form a team with candidates from this school. That is to say, all candidates from other schools are your enemies. At the same time, the merit evaluation in Phase 4 this time not only includes the competition of individual merit points, but also the merit competition between schools. The merits you have obtained in the 4th stage, all added up, will be the final total merits of Shangjing University. If the merit points of Shangjing University can be ranked first among all major universities, then all candidates who participated in this assessment will receive high assessment score rewards. The assessment and admission criteria after going to Beijing University are based on scores, not rankings. That is to say, no matter how much you rank in the end, as long as your score meets the standard, you will be admitted to Beijing University. All the 600 candidates present listened carefully to what Chen Chu said. The rules are not complicated, and everyone quickly understood the meaning. That is to say, if our candidates who go to Beijing University can rank first in the final merit points, all of us can get the assessment score reward. That's right, and the teacher said that the admission criteria is not based on the number of people, but on the basis of scores. That is to say, if Shangjing University can get the first place, those of us candidates with lower scores can get rewarded scores, and thus have a greater chance of being admitted. When everyone listened, they all became a little excited. Chen Chu continued, attention, the scope of the ruined city is very wide, divided into 3 areas, the periphery, the inner periphery, and the core area. In the beginning, all candidates will appear in the outer area. and the inner circle and the core area were locked at the beginning. Every time, a part of the deeper area will be unlocked. 3 areas, the closer to the center, the richer the resources. So, the way to get more meritorious service is to get closer to the inner circle and the core area. Of course, the closer to the center, the greater the danger. Opportunities and dangers coexist. At the same time, there are various buffs in the secret realm. The acquisition of these buffs may be the need to kill a special elite monster, or it may be the special loot captured. In short, the buff will bring great help to your assessment. Finally, the secret realm is very dangerous. After everyone enters, they will get a one-time teleportation item. The function is that they can directly teleport away from the secret realm. It's just that leaving the secret realm means being eliminated. Wish you guys good luck. Following Chen Chu's voice. Inside the tower, there was a roar. The power of the huge formation began to operate. The heartbeats of some candidates accelerated. At the same time, fighting spirit has been ignited in their hearts. We have reached this point. No matter how dangerous the next secret realm is, we must fight to the end. Next moment, everyone was covered by a huge burst of light and disappeared in place. When they reappeared, they had come to the real secret realm in the endless tower. Ruined city. Lin Yu looked at the surrounding environment. Row upon row of high-rise buildings. Only. There is smoke everywhere. The sky was cloudy, and there was still a slight drizzle. Abandoned buildings and buildings around one after another, giving people a dull and depressing feeling. It's an abandoned industrial city. And, in this dark and chaotic environment, from time to time, there are bursts of rancid smell, as well as bursts of roaring in the distance, and the faint roar of monsters nearby. On the ground, there are also many bloodstains that have dried up. In front of Lin Yu's eyes, a map of the secret realm was also displayed. The map can show his current location, as well as some general locations in the ruined city. He is now in the outer area of the ruined city, and is relatively close to the edge. The way to gain merit is to kill monsters. And if you want to get merit as quickly as possible, the deeper the place, the higher the level and number of monsters will be. However, as stated in the rules, the area inside is blocked from the beginning, and activities can only be performed in the outer area. Lin Yu didn't act in a hurry, but was thinking about the rules that the teacher just said. The rules mention that various buffs can also be obtained in the secret territory. This buff should not only improve attributes or skill power, but also have other effects. Thinking of this, Lin Yu suddenly noticed a low growl of a monster coming from behind. Lin Yu turned his head and looked. It was a titan-shaped monster. The monster is 5 meters tall, with muscles all over his body, holding a huge long-handled battle axe in his hand, and the shocking injuries on his body have been scarred. And his eyes were blood red, and he obviously lost his sanity. Although it looks scary, it is actually a level 16 monster. There is no threat to Lin Yu. Seeing Lin Yu, he rushed over directly, raised the giant axe in his hand, stepped on the ground with his heavy feet, and the ground buzzed. Just when Lin Yu was about to raise his knife and prepare to slay the monster, suddenly remembered, this is the real secret. This also means that the monster already has experience. After all, the monsters in the real secret realm are not simulated. Real monsters will naturally have experience. Therefore, Lin Yu didn't make a move, but summoned 2 little beasts. Winter Wyvern and Phoenix. After summoning these 2 little guys from the summoning space, these 2 little guys are also in good spirits. After all, after staying in the summoning space for so long, it is very uncomfortable to hold back. They were originally divine beast larvae, full of curiosity about the outside world, and full of energy. As soon as he came out, he looked around curiously. Even though it was surrounded by a dark and damp ruined city, the 2 little guys didn't show any fear. Then little Phoenix also saw the menacing Titan monster. The expression on its small face changed, it opened its mouth, and spit out a small fireball. The diameter of the fireball is about 50 centimeters. In fact, the fireball is said to be small, and it is only compared with normal-sized skills. But for the little Phoenix itself, this fireball is very huge. After all, the size of little Phoenix's entire body is about the same as Lin Yu's hand. But with such a size, it can casually spit out a fireball with a diameter of 50 centimeters. At the same time, the speed at which this fireball travels is also unreasonably fast. Like a shell fired from a rocket launcher, the fireball hit the Titan monster directly. Bang! At the moment of the collision, a huge fire burst into the sky. The body of the Titan monster exploded directly. This level 16 monster was directly blasted into ashes by a fireball from Little Phoenix. Your summoner kills Titan monster IV.16, experience plus 7500. A merit plus 1 Sure enough, I have experience. Lin Yu nodded. His experience multiplication skill has been upgraded again. After the experience multiplier has been upgraded to level 3, all the monsters killed by Lin Yu and his summons, he can get 15 times the experience. Although even under the effect of 15 times the experience value of monsters of this level is already very low for Lin Yu. But his main purpose is to let Little Phoenix and Little Ice Dragon level up. These experiences are very little for him, but for the two little beasts who are only level 10, it is a lot. And the power of the fireball spit out by the Little Phoenix has not dissipated. The remaining power spread directly to the surrounding buildings, instantly igniting the surrounding abandoned buildings. Chia unknown currency. The large flames that ignited in an instant are very eye-catching in this dim ruins. But the Little Phoenix seemed a little excited, dancing and cheering in front of Lin Yu. Lin Yu's also stroked the Little Phoenix very gently. This kind of fire may attract many monsters, which is actually a good thing. It saves me from looking for monsters. And it may also attract other candidates. Lin Yu didn't forget that besides the candidates from Beijing University, there are also candidates from 4 other top universities in this secret realm. Thinking of this, Lin Yu grinned. It would be interesting to meet candidates from other universities. I don't mind sending them out, taxis. At this time, the pictures of many candidates have also been revealed. In addition to the 600 candidates from Shengjing University, the other 4 universities each have 600 candidates. A total of 3,000 candidates have all entered the ruined city. On a general map of the ruined city, there is a dense dot of light on it, representing different candidates. And just after Lin Yu summoned 2 divine beast larvae, Lu Shang, who was watching the screen, changed his expression dramatically. Lin Yu released the summoning object. Lu Shang exclaimed. Many teachers also quickly zoomed in on Lin Yu's picture, and saw the little ice dragon and little phoenix. And the reason Lu Shang, 893, was emotional was naturally because she felt an extremely terrifying aura from these 2 little guys. Although the level of these 2 little guys is very low, but as a level 155th rank element saint, Lu Shang, the perception of elements has reached a very human level. Therefore, she is very sensitive to elemental breath. The aura of Phoenix and Winter Flying Dragon even made her feel a little dizzy. Besides the aura of the elements, the aura released from these 2 little guys not only shocked Lu Shang, but also all the other teachers. Lu Shang couldn't help raising his hand to cover his red lips lightly. This is 2 divine beasts. Chen Chu's tens of thousands of years of facial paralysis is also a rare sudden change of expression. It turned out to be the breath of a divine beast. Yi Xing's face, which was originally full of interest and looked like he was watching a good show, also became serious in an instant. And it's still 2 baby beasts. This is Lin Yu's summoned object. I actually contracted a divine beast, and there are 2 of them. It's no wonder that his strength is far superior to that of a genius of the same age. He really is not an ordinary summoner. And when they saw that the little phoenix casually spit out a fireball several times bigger than itself, after blasting the Titan monster into powder in an instant, I was amazed again. This is the strength of the beast. These 2 divine beasts are so small, they are obviously in the form of infants, and the level will not be too high. For divine beasts, the attribute should not be described by common sense, and the level naturally cannot be used as a reference. That Titan monster is level 16. Although it is a juvenile divine beast, it must be easy to kill this monster. Although outsiders can't see the level of the divine beasts, they can judge only by their size. These 2 divine beasts must be in juvenile form. And in the secret territory, Lin Yu stood beside the fire, waiting for the door of the monster. Really, not long after, there was a rustling sound not far away. The flames soaring into the sky are still too conspicuous in this dark ruined city. A few monsters approached with some vigilance. And seeing the monster appear, the winter flying dragon flew up. The young body is almost invisible in the night sky. But even in such a young form, it flapped its icy blue wings slightly. Then, a terrifying icy atmosphere filled the air in an instant. Ice burst impact. Facing more than a dozen monsters, the little ice dragon immediately released its skills. With the flap of its ice blue wings, the icy breath permeates, and along with it, there are one after another piercing ice blades. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. When the ice blade touches a monster, it explodes instantly. While chopping up the monsters, the tiny ice blades that burst open stab towards the surroundings at a faster speed under the huge force. ####AA. In an instant, this area has turned into a polar region of ice. More than a dozen monsters were strangled to pieces in an instant. Their corpses were also directly frozen into powder under the extremely cold wind. Your summons kill. Experience plus 8000. A merit plus 1 Your summoning killing experience plus 1000. A merit plus 1 More than a dozen monsters close to level 20 were instantly killed by a level 10 winter wyvern with a single skill. Even Lin Yu was shocked by the power of these two little guys' skills. Is this the strength of the beast? As expected of a divine beast. After killing the monster, the little ice dragon flew in front of Lin Yu with some joy, wanting to let Lin Yu touch it. Naturally, Lin Yu would not refuse, and at the same time held the two little ones, the little ice dragon and the little phoenix, and had a good time playing with them. 3.7. Touching their soft feathers, Lin Yu also sighed. These two divine beast cubs are only level 10 now, but they can easily kill monsters approaching level 20 in seconds. Moreover, judging by the power of their skills, it is far more than that. Although the two little guys have the attribute increase given by Lin Yu's skills. But even so, judging from the terrifying elemental breath they released. Even without Lin Yu's attribute bonus, it would be a breeze for them to kill these monsters. Lin Yu estimated that according to the current strength of these two little guys, even level 30 monsters should not be their opponents. At this time, after solving another batch of monsters, Lin Yu was going to wander around. According to the instructions on the map, there seems to be a special ruin a few kilometers away from here. There is also a blue mark on the map. It means that it may be a resource-rich location. Go here and have a look, say that there will be some adventures. Obtaining meritorious service from killing monsters is one aspect. On the other hand, Lin Yu wants to see if he can get some special buffs. Afterwards, Lin Yu followed the direction and headed for the ruin marked in blue. And not long after Lin Yu left here, behind, a figure hidden in the darkness quietly emerged. He looked around cautiously. What an amazing power! The power of the elements remaining around here is still clearly audible. The person who just left seems to be a powerful mage. With my profession as a shadow assassin, it's easy to deal with him in this dark secret realm. The environment here is tailor-made for me. However, I don't know if that person is a candidate for Shanghai University like me, so follow up and see. This shadow assassin is very cautious, and his style of acting is also in line with his profession. Afterwards, the figure followed Lin Yu's direction quietly. His figure was once again hidden in the darkness. Asterisk. Soon, Lin Yu followed the direction on the map and arrived near the ruins marked in blue. And at this moment, Lin Yu also stopped. You haven't taken any action after following for so long, you won't take the exam. Lin Yu stopped in place, and suddenly said. After Lin Yu finished speaking, the surrounding area was still very quiet, and there was no reaction. After waiting for a few seconds, seeing that the other party still had no intention of calling out "08," Lin Yu's voice turned cold. If you don't come out, then I'll send you out of the secret realm. After finishing speaking, the little phoenix beside him turned around in the air, and at the same time, a raging fire ignited on his body. It aimed at an area behind, flapped its wings slightly. And under the flapping of the little phoenix's wings, huge flames burst forth in an instant. The originally dark surroundings were suddenly lit up red by the raging fire. The skills of the phoenix, a blazing fire. Boom. The spewing fire is even more terrifying than imagined. In just an instant, the area tens of meters ahead was instantly ignited by the flames. The scorching sparks on the edge of the fire can be directly ignited whenever they touch a little ruin or building. The burning ruins suddenly made crackling noises. This area burned by flames is exactly the area where the shadow assassin is lurking. As for the shadow assassin, he never expected that Lin Yu would be so decisive and strike without saying a word. At the same time, he also far underestimated Lin Yu's strength. The flames that ignited instantly around him, right beside him. At such a close distance, he could clearly feel the terrifying power of this raging fire. That's not something he can stop. How is it possible? He actually found me. And you know where I am. It's terrifying. What kind of attack power is this? Although shadow assassins are good at stealth and speed, their defense is their weakness. What's more, it's still such a terrifying flame starting a prairie fire. Moreover, this shadow assassin originally thought that he could make the first move. Unexpectedly, he was discovered by the other party. And the other party's shot was extremely decisive, which directly put him in trouble. The fire has not allowed him to hide any longer. Wait a few seconds, and the surrounding area will be completely blocked by flames. He had no choice but to expose his figure and suddenly jumped to the side. Shunpo. Brush. The shadow assassin suddenly turned into a black shadow, and moved within a range of 5 or 6 meters in an instant. He originally thought that Lin Yu was just cheating him at most, but he didn't know his exact location. But now the opponent is clearly attacking him, so he must have been exposed long ago. Lin Yu had indeed noticed the other party halfway through the walk. However, since the opponent did not attack him first, he was too lazy to talk to each other. Although defeating the opponent can get the opponent's meritorious service. But it is still in the early days, and everyone has no merits. It's better to explore the resources in the secret realm first. After all, it is impossible for you to shoot when you see someone, to attack when you see someone. Not only will there be no gains, but it will only waste time. It's just. After Lin Yu came to the ruins marked in blue. The other party is still following him. This also made Lin Yu sure that the other party must be a candidate from another university. Otherwise, candidates at Peking University would be able to recognize him. And Chen Chu said that this time in the secret dungeon, you can team up with candidates from our school. If the other party is a candidate of Shengjing University, there is no reason to hide. In addition, now we have come to an area rich in resources. Lin Yu also decided that it was time to clean up the surroundings. That's why he made such a decisive move. But at this time, the area covered by the flames was wider than the shadow assassin imagined. With his speed and strength, even if he uses Shunpo once, he can't escape the burning area at once. Under such high temperature steam, several wounds were burned on his body in an instant. Quote. Exclamation mark quote. The piercing pain made him grin his teeth, but he was still within the range of the flames, so he had no choice but to endure the pain and continue to flee. What kind of flame is this? The attack power is so terrifying, and it burns such a large area in an instant. With my speed, I can't escape without injury. The shadow assassin was shocked. But the more the delay, the bigger the area covered by the fire. He had to use the rapid movement skill several times in a row. Finally, he hid in a very embarrassing place where the fire could not burn. At this time, he could no longer follow Lin Yu in a relaxed manner like before. But he suddenly discovered that Lin Yu was no longer in front of him. Where are the people? Losing the enemy's vision made his heart tense instantly. A life and death crisis erupted in his consciousness for a moment, and he almost subconsciously jumped several meters to the side again. It was only later that he realized that Lin Yu was just behind him. This also made him very scared, and he couldn't help breaking out in a cold sweat. It's dangerous. If I didn't run just now, I'm afraid I'd be killed. As for Lin Yu, he just stood there and didn't continue to make any moves. The other party thought that he could escape because of his quick reaction, but actually it was because Lin Yu didn't want to kill him immediately. Otherwise, he wouldn't give the other party a chance to escape from the raging fire. At this time, Lin Yu also saw the attributes of this stalker. Level 24 Shadow Assassin. Candidate at Mordo University, the level is quite high. And when this shadow assassin checked Lin Yu's information, his face really changed in shock. What? Level 40. Second turn summoning master. Is this a candidate for Shengjing University? No, no, no. This has nothing to do with which school. A second turn professional at level 40, this shit is a college entrance examination candidate. After seeing Lin Yu's level clearly, the shadow assassin was dumbfounded. He has only one feeling in his heart now. That is regret. I am so sorry. What's wrong with being idle? You have to follow others when you have nothing to do. Just kill monsters, right? The key is, it's fine to follow others, but how can you follow a monster at the beginning of the game? The shadow assassin couldn't understand why there were level 40 perverts among the candidates for Beijing University. But in his mind, the only idea immediately came up. Run. The shadow assassin even took out a bottle of potion and drank it directly. Under the effect of this potion, his speed attribute suddenly doubled. This is a very precious bottle of speed potion that his family prepared for him before he went to Shanghai University for the exam. It is worth tens of millions. The effect is that it can double the attribute of speed, and the effect lasts for 10 minutes. For a profession that relies on speed like Shadow Assassin, it is a great medicine to improve. Shadow Raid. His figure turned into a shadow, but the target didn't go towards Lin Yu, but ran away crazily in the opposite direction. Shunpo. Shadow Raid. Ghost Shadows. Dark Fog. Bang 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 bang. This shadow assassin tried his best. Various rapid action skills emerged one after another, coupled with the blessing of medicine. His speed has reached a terrifying level. If other talented candidates of the same level want to chase him down, as long as he is determined to escape, then no one else can catch up to him no matter what. However, he met Lin Yu. No matter how fast this shadow assassin is, no matter how many escape and teleport skills. After all, his attributes are far from Lin Yu's. After the double bonus of skills and potions, the speed of this shadow assassin has reached an astonishing 1300. Coupled with all kinds of movement skills specially born for speed, it is indeed extremely fast to run. But Lin Yu's speed attribute is now 4028 points. His almighty gain skill was originally level 5. The function is to increase the full attribute bonus of all summoned objects by 100%, which is doubled. But this skill has been upgraded to level 6 before. Now he can give his summons a 120% all attributes 660 bonus. The speed attributes of the two divine beast larvae are both 500, but now it has directly become 1100. Adding Ning Shui's speed attribute of 450, after the addition, it is 990. And Lin Yu's attribute sharing skill has also been upgraded, from level 5 to level 6. Previously, 100% of all attributes of all summoned objects could be shared, but now it has become 120% of all attributes of summoned objects. So Lin Yu's current full attributes have reached a very terrifying level. His current attributes are X. 4774. A. Defense. 4513 A. A. Physical. 4414 A. A. Speed. 4028 A. 4586. All have broken through the 4000 mark. And this is when he didn't use super double. If super doubling is used, all his attributes will approach 10,000 points. Therefore, even if the speed attribute of this shadow assassin is already very high, but the gap with Lin Yu is still like a moat. Lin Yu didn't even need to move forward at full speed, just strolling like a stroll in the garden, already equal to the speed of the shadow assassin's desperate escape. This shadow assassin was frantically using various moving skills to escape. But suddenly, out of the corner of his eye, he caught a shadow behind him. In the next second, this shadow actually came to his side, and it was advancing parallel to him at the same speed. What? When he saw clearly that the other party was the terrifying summoner master, he was so frightened that he almost stumbled and tripped. Why? Can your speed keep up with me? He couldn't help asking. Although the opponent's level is much higher than his, but he is a shadow assassin. One of the fastest jobs. At the same time, I also took the best secret medicine given by the family to double the speed. And the other party is a summoning master who has no combat power, and his attributes should not be much higher. But why can it keep up with him in speed? And it looks so easy. Compared to this shadow assassin fleeing in embarrassment like a mad dog. Lin Yu's quick steps, like Lingbo's micro steps, really formed a sharp contrast with him. Don't run. Didn't I tell you to send you out of the secret realm? Lin Yu's plain words, it sounded like a devil whispering to the other party's ears. Brother, forgive me. I won't grab this resource ruin with you, let me go. The shadow assassin said quickly. He had already run away with all his speed, but Lin Yu just followed him leisurely and easily, and kept moving in a parallel line with him. This made the shadow assassin fully understand that it is impossible to win against Lin Yu head-on. He couldn't even run away. So there is no other way but to beg for mercy. My name is Russell. Our Luo family's adventurers guild is called Shadow City. You should have heard of it. It is the top 3 guilds in China. You let me go this time, and I can recommend you to the Shadow City with my family. It doesn't conflict with you entering Shengjing University. Shadow City. Lin Yu has certainly heard of it, and it is not an exaggeration for Russell to say that Shadow City is the top 3 guilds in China. It's just that Russell is a junior of the Luo family, he can't even enter the Shadow City himself, and he wants to recommend others to enter. Even if he is a direct descendant of the Luo family, he might not be able to let others in. In any case, these are all the rhetoric that Russell had to throw out in order to survive. Lin Yu smiled lightly and said, I'm not interested in what you say. Hearing what Lin Yu said, Russell's face changed slightly, but he was not so panicked anymore. He said he's not interested in this, it means he might be interested in something else, and I still have a chance. Thinking of this, Russell continued to throw out all kinds of temptations, trying to tempt Lin Yu. Okay, whatever you say you want, I can get it for you. Is that potion just now? It's a potion that can double the speed attribute. It's very rare, and it's even priceless. If you want something similar, I can also ask the family to get it for you. Top quality equipment, potions. You can do whatever you want. As long as you let me go. Lin Yu slowly shook his head. I'm not interested in these. What is that? I'm only interested in killing you. Quote. Exclamation mark quote. At the end, Russell's expression changed drastically. You eliminate me, the Luo family will not let you go. At the end of saying that, Russell's face became a little bit resentful. But Lin Yu didn't have any intention of stopping, he raised his hand, and pierced Russell directly with the extremely icy power. Ice Blast. The Winter Dragon and the Phoenix are his summons, so he can naturally use the skills of the 2 beasts. Kacha kacha. The surrounding temperature suddenly dropped below freezing point. Russell immediately felt that even his own movement speed became sluggish. Seeing that the terrifying ice blast was about to hit him, the crisis of life and death made Russell even unable to breathe. Russell's face was very ugly, he gritted his teeth, and had no choice but to use teleportation. All candidates who enter the ruined city will have a one-time teleportation item. The function is to teleport out of the secret realm. This prop is naturally a prop for candidates to teleport out of the secret realm in order to save their lives in times of life and death crisis. Although after teleporting out of the secret realm, it naturally means that the assessment has failed. But you are lucky to be able to save your life. In many cases, the examinee didn't even have the chance to teleport, so he died on the spot. The moment Russell activated the teleportation, his body was instantly enveloped by a layer of light. The next moment, the whole person disappeared in place. And in the last scene, it was still Luo Su's eyes that looked at Lin Yu with hatred. Lin Yu naturally didn't take him to heart. Don't talk about being retaliated by the Luo family. Lin Yu has made sure that not only will he not suffer any retaliation, but the one who will be taught a lesson by the Luo family will only be Russell himself. You were eliminated in the assessment. Other than lack of strength, what other reason could there be? At most, it's just a little bad luck. Therefore, don't blame others. The reason why Lin Yu wanted to eliminate Russell was because Russell was an examinee of Shanghai University, and strictly speaking, he was his enemy. Eliminating one more candidate from another university is a good thing for the candidates of Shengjing University. Although Lin Yu would not deliberately attack candidates from other schools for this point. But since they met each other and were followed by Russell all the way, he didn't mind sending Russell away either. After sending Russell away, a reminder popped up in front of Lin Yu. Eliminate Russell, an examinee from Shanghai University, and get 3 points of his meritorious service. Lin Yu nodded, not surprised. Eliminate other candidates, and the other party's merits will become your own, which is one of the rules of Stage 4. This is also to encourage competition among candidates. After solving Russell, Lin Yu walked into the area marked as the Blue Resource Area. This is an abandoned building. And the moment he walked in, Lin Yu immediately felt that there was a strange magic power inside. At the same time, there were bursts of fighting sounds from the roof. Someone fighting. Or a monster. If it is another candidate, it is not surprising. Everyone is teleported randomly. Maybe someone teleported to the vicinity of this building. Lin Yu didn't hesitate. I went up to the stairs to have a look. But at the top of the stairs, a blocking tiger appeared. This is demon race. In front of him was a purple wolf-shaped monster, and Lin Yu couldn't be more familiar with the aura emanating from his body. He had dealt with demon monsters in the Frost Flame secret realm before. Now the monster in front of me is the breath of the demon race. Lin Yu was a little surprised. He didn't expect that there were demon monsters in this secret realm inside the endless tower of Shengjing University. Although he was surprised, he was not very surprised. After all, Shengjing University controls this secret realm, so it must be used to imprison some monsters. Among the monsters being imprisoned, there are demon monsters, which is normal. This purple magic wolf is only level 20. After seeing Lin Yu, he let out a wolf roar. And there is no need to wait for Lin Yu to make a move. The little phoenix beside him spewed out a fireball, directly burning this level 20 demon wolf to ashes on the spot. Your summoner kills the magic wolf IV.20, experience plus 30000. A kill the devil wolf, meritorious service plus 2 a. The demon monsters have a lot of experience. Lin Yu sighed. This level 20 demon wolf monster has 2000 experience points. It has almost twice as much experience getting Zhao's experience as a normal level 20 monster. And with Lin Yu's 15 times experience bonus, after killing this monster, Little Phoenix directly rose to level 11. Lin Yu also saw that his attribute panel had increased immediately. Because after the Phoenix is AA upgraded, the attributes are improved, and the attributes shared by oneself are also improved. However, this increase is a bit large. Lin Yu originally thought that each of his attributes would only increase by dozens of points. But after a closer look, every attribute has increased by more than 200, which really surprised Lin Yu. He immediately took a look at Little Phoenix's current attributes. A. Phoenixa. A. Race. Divine Beast Larva A. A. Level. 11 A. A. Attack. 600 A. A. Defense. 600 A. Physique. 600. A. Speed. 600 A. A. Spirit. 600 A. Skills. Blazing Fire, Phoenix Fire Spirit, Phoenix Cry and Shout, Supernova. I'm going. Just upgraded from level 10, and all attributes have increased by 10 points. After my second rank now, every time I level up, all attributes will increase by about 40 points. Ning Shui's hidden profession will be higher. But this little guy is only at level 10, and his attributes have increased by 100 when he upgrades to a level. While Lin Yu was pleasantly surprised, he immediately reacted. After all, this is a beast. Born is level 10, and the basic attribute is all attributes 500, which is the same as many professionals with more than 30 levels. Therefore, it is not surprising that it can directly increase all attributes by 100 when it is upgraded from level 10 to level 11. Lin Yu nodded, feeling very satisfied. The more terrifying the attributes of these two little guys, the better, and the attributes he shared will be higher. Lin Yu came to the second floor of the building. This is a warehouse-like area. And ahead, a candidate is being besieged by 3 monsters from the demon race. It looks like the battle is very tense. A candidate of Shengjing University. Lin Yu saw the information displayed by the other party. Then, Lin Yu ordered, the little ice dragon flapped its wings, and ice thorns froze the 3 monsters directly. After killing 3 monsters, the winter flying dragon also rose to level 11, all attributes increased by 100. The full attribute shared by Lin Yu has increased by more than 200 again. You are Lin Yu. The candidate immediately recognized Lin Yu and was overjoyed. Lin Yu's strength is obvious to all the candidates of Shengjing University. That's a level 40 fierce man. The assessment scores were 7 or 8 times higher than theirs, and their strength even crushed the audience. It is not at the same level as them at all. At this time, when they meet Lin Yu in the 4th stage where they can form a team, the other party will be so happy. Brother Lin. 357. My name is Lu Chen. My occupation is Wraith Swordsman, level 22. Lu Chen said. Lin Yu nodded slightly. Lu Chen said again. Brother Lin, I am now ranked over 300. Can I form a team with you? Team up. Lin Yu thought about it. No matter how many Lu Chen had, anyway, with his current strength, it would be the same as how many people he would lead. Only, killing monsters in a team will give you experience points. And Lin Yu now needs to upgrade the 2 divine beast larvae. So he didn't want to form a team. And Lu Chen also saw that Lin Yu was thinking, and said quickly. Brother Lin, I got a buff called Collective Action. The effect is that the experience and merits of killing monsters in a team will no longer be shared equally, but everyone in the team can get all of them. Lin Yu was a little surprised when he heard this. Is there such a buff? Lu Chen nodded. Well, I got this buff when I came to this blue resource point. It is said that the first candidate to enter this building can get this buff. It's just, there are demon monsters everywhere, their strength is terrifying, and it's very troublesome for me to deal with them. They were surrounded in a short while. It's a good thing, Brother Lin, you're here, otherwise I might be eliminated. Lu Chen said gratefully and fortunately. Lin Yu thought for a while, then nodded. Your buff has no negative impact on team formation, and it is equivalent to improving the efficiency of everyone in the team. With this buff, the experience of killing monsters will no longer be distributed, but everyone in the team can get all of them. In this case, forming a team will have no negative impact on Lin Yu. It is not impossible to form a team to bring other candidates to Peking University. Anyway, as Chen Chu said, the admission is based on the score, not the number of people. Therefore, the other candidates of Beijing University are not considered as their competitors, so it doesn't matter if they bring a belt. So Lin Yu continued, then send me a team invitation. Hearing what Lin Yu said, Lu Chen was a little surprised. Thank you, Brother Lin, I will send you an invitation. Being able to form a team with Lin Yu, Lu Chen was actually more excited than on the surface. Being able to hug such a thick thigh is equivalent to passing the assessment. Lu Chen also quickly sent out a team invitation to Lin Yu. Ding, Lu Chen, Wraith Swordsman LV.22, sent you an invitation to form a team, do you accept it? Lin Yu received the invitation and chose to accept it. Afterwards, a piece of information about forming a team appeared on the panel. 2/8 in the teama. It turns out that there is still a limit of 8 people in the team. Then Lin Yu glanced at Lu Chen and said, you said just now that this building is full of monsters from the demon race. Lu Chen nodded, worried. I went to the 3rd floor before, and finally killed a level 23 demon monster. I feel that this place is too dangerous, so I plan to leave. Moreover, there is a strange formation shrouded in this building. This building cannot be destroyed, and if you want to go up and down, you can only use the stairs. When I went down the 2nd floor, I found several monsters approaching, blocking my way, and finally surrounded by them. Hearing what Lu Chen said, Lin Yu asked again in a strange way. You said to leave, you can only take the stairs. Can't you just jump out from the window next to you? Lu Chen shook his head. No, I feel that it is because of this formation that the building cannot be destroyed, and the windows seem to be open, but they are actually blocked by the formation, making it impossible to jump out. That's it. Lin Yu nodded. Then let's move on. The demons have a lot of experience, and this is also a good place for leveling. Hearing what Lin Yu said, Lu Chen naturally raised his hands in agreement, feeling a little surprised, but also sighing. As expected of a boss, this is the real genius. It's different from their ordinary geniuses. Hearing that there are all demon monsters here, not only did he have no intention of leaving, but he felt that the demon monsters had a lot of experience, so they could just level up here. And Lu Chen felt very fortunate once again. With a genius like Lin Yu leading the team, he was responsible for providing a collective action team buff. With Lin Yu's strength, Lu Chen had no doubt that there would be no chance for him to make a move in the future. And then, their actions also confirmed that Lu Chen's guess was completely correct. Lin Yu directly let the little phoenix and the little ice dragon move freely to hunt and kill demon monsters on the 2nd floor. Lin Yu was naturally not worried about their strength. But the little phoenix and the little ice dragon looked very excited, and jumped out happily. After a while, the roar of flames and ice bursts came from nearby. The booming buildings are buzzing. In front of Lin Yu's eyes, the letter monsters reminder also started to refresh the screen. Your summoned phoenix kills the poisonous magic flower LV.23, experience plus 80000. A merit plus 2 Your summoned winter flying dragon kills the demon undead IV.23, experience plus 80000. A merit plus 2 Since the level of the little phoenix and the little ice dragon is only level 11, killing these monsters of more than 20 levels across levels will also have a certain amount of extra experience bonus. After Lin Yu's 15 times experience multiplied, so even these low-level monsters with more than 20 levels can give Lin Yu a lot of experience points. As for Lu Chen, he was shocked when he saw the notification that swiped the screen in front of him. He is not Lin Yu's summoner, so naturally he cannot get Lin Yu's 15 times experience bonus. The reason why he was shocked was the monster killing speed of Lin Yu's summons. I'll go. Brother Lin, isn't this killing too fast? Lu Chen couldn't help but said. He has never experienced the feeling of being prompted to refresh the screen by experience. Lin Yu smiled and said nothing. And in the reminder that appeared in front of him, there was also Ning Shui's kill reminder. Your summoned Ning Shui killed the ever-changing monster LV.25, experience plus 80000. A merit plus 2 Lin Yu was not surprised. Although he and Ning Shui are not together now, Ning Shui is his summoner, and he will naturally gain the experience of killing monsters. It's just, Lin Yu noticed that even if Ning Shui killed the monster, he could still get a meritorious service. Because Ning Shui was his summoner, Ning Shui's killing was naturally considered a homicide, so Lin Yu would receive meritorious service. But Ning Shui is also an examinee, so she will also get a meritorious service. That is to say, Lin Yu will have a situation where Ning Shui kills a monster, and both of them get meritorious service, even if they don't form a team. This made Lin Yu a little dumbfounded. We shouldn't be using bugs. After cleaning up the monsters on the second floor, Lin Yu and Lu Chen went to the third floor. Brother Lin, there should be an elite monster on the third floor. I felt a little dangerous when I came to the third floor, so I hurried down. Lu Chen said. He also just reminded him that he was not worried about the difficulties that the elite monsters would cause to Lin Yu. With Lin Yu's strength, it's probably no problem to walk sideways in this secret place. Lin Yu nodded after listening. After arriving at the third floor, let the phoenix and winter flying dragon go out as usual, and frantically kill these monsters of the demon race. And Lin Yu casually found a place where he could sit and waited, relaxed and comfortable. It formed a stark contrast with other candidates who were desperately fighting. Lu Chen also said in admiration, "It's so cool to have Brother Lin hugged." This feeling of not having to kill monsters by himself and watching the experience increase gradually made Lu Chen feel very comfortable. Lin Yu looked at the monster killing prompts in front of him, and they were all demon monsters without exception. He thought for a while and said, "Since this secret realm is a real secret realm, it means that all the monsters in it were captured from the outside, right?" Lu Chen listened, nodded and said, "I've heard of the Endless Tower of Shengjing University before. The monsters in this real secret realm were indeed captured from the outside world and locked up here to work. Moreover, there are many demon monsters in this secret territory. There are quite a lot of various monsters and other monsters. After all, they have been catching monsters for dozens or hundreds of years. It seems that not only this building is full of demon monsters, but other places are also everywhere." Lin Yu thought. The kill notification from Ning Shui also showed a lot of demon monsters. During the conversation, Lin Yu had already reached the 8th floor. His meritorious service value is a full 156 points. A large part of these meritorious deeds were killed by himself, and the other small part was killed by Ning Shui. This blue resource area, that is, this building shrouded in strange formations, has a total of 13 floors. It's about to get through. And at this moment, at the foot of the building, a team of 5 candidates from Haicheng University came here. The blue mark is the resource area. There must be a lot of monsters here, let's go here, said one of the leading candidates. The others nodded in agreement, and then walked into the building. But after walking in, the scene inside was different from what they had imagined. What's going on? Not a single monster. The sign here is the blue resource area, that's right. Could it be that this is not a monster resource, or is it another item? It may also be some kind of buff, we need to discover it. Others also nodded, then began to quickly search layer by layer. But after searching and searching, they still found nothing. No. There are traces of battle here. That's right. There is an elemental breath. There is also the breath of demon monsters. They also came from other places, and they encountered more than one demon monster on the way, so they can tell the difference naturally. It seems that we are late. This place has already been preempted. It's just, is he fighting monsters so fast? This is a resource area. Yes, there must be a lot of monsters in the resource area, and they are demon monsters with powerful combat power. It is impossible for one person to kill them so quickly. A small team should have been formed, but I don't know which school it is from. However, more than 20 minutes have passed since entering the secret realm. They have to spend time to form a team first, and then they have to finish fighting the demon monsters in this building. This speed is not normal. Shish. Listen. While the 5 people were discussing, there were bursts of roaring sounds from above. Someone. They're not gone yet. Go up and have a look. Several people quickened their pace, and when they reached the 11th floor, they immediately felt the shocking elemental power of flames and ice. And Lin Yu and Lu Chen in front of them were sitting very leisurely on a fairly intact table, watching the demon monsters around them fall down one after another. Only 2. They are from Beijing University. Someone saw the school name displayed on Lin Yu and Lu Chen's panels. Immediately, the 5 people from Haicheng University became vigilant. The leader said, the blue resource area was created by the 2 of you. Lin Yu glanced at several people, and also saw the words, Haicheng University, displayed on the other people's information. He said lightly, but quote. As he said that, he had also swept away the 11th floor, and Xiao Fengwang and Xiao Binglong flew back to Lin Yu. At this time, the 2 little guys have reached level 14 under the huge increase of 15 times the experience bonus. Before finishing a small resource area, it has been upgraded to 4 levels in a row, and the upgrade speed is very fast. In this assessment of the ruined city, the information disclosed by everyone includes not only the name and level, but also the school and current merit points. Lin Yu saw that these people on the other side basically had about 10 points of merit, and the number was very small. After all, they are acting in a team, killing a monster, the merit points will be divided equally. Also like this, collective action, Buff Lu Chen got to avoid this. And these people from Haicheng University should not have similar buffs. But this buff, it is obtained in this blue resource area. However, only the first candidate to enter the building can get it. It is too late for the 5 candidates of Haicheng University to come in now. Moreover, not only can they not get this buff, even the monsters in the building will be killed by Lin Yu soon. At this time, the 5 candidates of Haicheng University also saw Lin Yu's achievements. You actually have so many meritorious deeds. 168 points. I'm going. There are so many monsters in this blue resource area, and he snatched them all. Plus. Don't panic. As long as you kill him or eliminate him, his achievements will be ours. That's right. There are 5 of us, and only 2 of them. Wait. Don't do it yet. You look at his level. Level. What? Level 40. How is this possible? The few people who were planning to attack Lin Yu and Lu Chen were suddenly dumbfounded when they saw Lin Yu's level. They suddenly had the idea of running away. How can you be level 40? How about we run away? How can there be a candidate for level 40? A second turn professional. Summoning master. Wait a minute, is he a summoner? Don't panic, it's that useless profession. Brother, no matter how trashy he is, he's still level 40. And since he can reach this level and complete the second rank, it proves that he is at least not a waste. That's right, haven't you seen how terrifying the fighting power of his 2 summoned beasts is? I'll go. Let's run quickly. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.